Now we're going to practice the fifth movement, a crisscross, as is, and we will start in the place that we ended in the fourth movement, which was called the bridge. So the bridge, we ended in the bridge lower diagonal. Okay, so begin 5, 6, 7, and 8, and begin as all the other movements with the left leg going to the moon diamond. 2, 3, and 4. And now the left leg goes around into the crisscross as the transversal arms connect. And now the other arm continue moving and will arrive and crisscross suspended diamond right here. And now from the suspended diamond goes to the moon continue the expansion of your heart until arrive to the sun. And now here you have 4 counts to pass through the sun. So crisscross, sun. And then after 4 counts of spending time here, you repeat with the right leg and the left arm. And now the right, because we're in the sun, the path to the moon is very short. It's 1, 2, 3, and that's the moon. So the right leg goes to the diamond, the left arm goes to the moon. 1, 2, 3, and diamond. And now we complete. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now the right leg goes around, the left leg suspend, see right there. And now the other arm continue, transversal connection. It will arrive to crisscross diamond, adjust the coccyx, and then you go around in 4 counts to come back to central heart, right there. And now from the center of the pelvic floor, the solar plexus, the chest, you're opening all the centers from above, and you bring it, the heart, the form of the heart in your hands, to the floor. You find the skull, you find the elbows, find the crisscross, and you spend time here. And here, there are 12 counts that you spend. Remember that you can adjust the coccyx. And in here it's fantastic because you can feel the abdominal area, you know, the solar plexus, the knees very gently, the skull, the elbows, the pectoral muscles, your face, your throat. And then when you're ready to descend after 12 counts. 1, 2, and 8, 12 counts to descend. 4 counts to right to the face. You begin to separate the arms and you descend through the centers until you arrive to foundation right here. And you will repeat the movement again, will be like that. 1, 2, 3, moon diamond. Complete the moon diamond. 2, 3, and 4. The left leg goes around into crisscross through the transversal connection to the right arm. And now the right leg, as both arms keep moving towards symmetry, you arrive to the center of crisscross, and then you expand to the moon, and the moon becomes the sun. And then the sun becomes not only the opening of your heart, but the opening of the 7 centers. And then spend a few seconds here, 4 counts, and then you're ready to repeat. The repeat is always right leg, left arm. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wonderful. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right leg goes around. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now the left leg. 1, as the right, left arm keep moving. 2, 3, and you're right to the diamond to define the crisscross. And then you go around into the heart. And your elbows are quite down. Look how close my elbows are. Very gently. Like that. Then you expand through the centers. You know that you have the 7 centers. You can go mentally for them. Right now I'm getting to the 3rd eye, which is the center of my head. And I begin to go to the crown, which is start getting to get right here. And now I'm extending through the elbows and the arms. And the scapula is opening at the same time of my breastbone. The release of the breastbone will give me my knees. You see my knees right there. And then the abdominals, the gluteus right there, all of it open. Wonderful. And then after you feel as much time that you're ready, if you feel like you're ready to come back, come back. If you're not, usually in unity in motion is 12 counts. And then you will descend through it. When you get to your face, the right and the left becomes the diamond. The diamond descends through the centers. And then when you complete that motion, you release into the left leg in natural bended knees, right arm in natural bended legs, and then we are here as the completion of that motion. As you practice this the last movement, crisscross, you will begin to see that all this third section, as it began with the diamond of the legs, and then it evolved into the moon diamond, and then it went into the embracing diamond, and then when it became the bridge, it initiated the whole movement again with the moon diamond, and then it becomes the bridge. And then when it goes into becoming the crisscross, again the moon diamond occurs, and with this variation that becomes the crisscross. And you will begin to see also that the movement of the arms changes a little bit, because in certain places the arm moves by themselves, in certain places it moves in synchronicity of transversal and right and left connection. Also in the crisscross, the arm has a little bit more opening going than when it occurs, as it occurs in the bridge. So we like to do the crisscross one more time, and I want you to see how large the movement goes from the moon in order to encounter the legs going around in the rotation of crisscross. Okay? Wonderful. So we'll start in the bridge, lower diagonal. Wonderful. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. That's the first half. The second half, 2, 3, and 4. And now, when I descend with the left leg to the the crisscross, see how my arm goes into the transversal connection. See, that is the transversal connection, and now when it goes around, look how much lower the arm goes. You see, all the way right here, all the way. And then this arm keep moving as the right leg begins to go around it. That one. And then, you see it, how much lower. So it's a little bit larger, this movement, than the bridge was in relation to the arms. Right here, the adjustment of the hip, the moon, and then the sun. The sun is a very, very powerful movement. Whenever you have any problems in any degree in your neck or in your head or in your shoulders, just the practice of the crisscross and the sun will begin to reconnect all the muscles of the torso and the neck and the head. They're wonderful. Then the repetition becomes simple, because you see the right leg is already in front of me, and it's the only place that I can move. I cannot start with the left, because the left is already too close to me. So the right leg will guide you to come back to the moon diamond. And now the other one continue. And now the circle of the left arm going into the circle right there. You see how big it is? And now this other circle, very big, right there. And then it arrives, the definition of crisscross becomes the definition of the diamond, the other half of you, right there. And then it's a circle going to around the central heart. Look, from here, from your fingers, you define a circle. You see that circle there? And the circle will become right there, suspended heart, central heart. Then the opening, your mind said, okay, I am in the placement between my solar plexus and my heart. But the pelvis is already connected, you see, from my legs. So I'm coming from the pelvic floor, and I'm opening all the 7 centers of me, returning to the 7 centers. And right now, at this level, is the center of my third eye, the top of the head centralized in the crown, in the atlas, in the crown, and then the full extension of my torso. So this placement of central crown heart, excuse me, the placement called crown heart, is actually the internal length of my torso, the internal length of my arms, the internal length of my legs. So it's getting length inside of me. Then when you're descending, you're returning through it, you depart in the diamond, and you're descending through it. And then from then, you just go back, for now, into natural bended knees, or natural bended legs, as it is, and then arrive into the center. We're going to do the movement again now, from this angle. I would like to tell you that when we arrive after the sun, the definition of sun, and we arrive to the second crisscross, and we go to central heart, that we are beginning to ascend through each of the centers. I'm going to narrate the name of each center as we go in, because each center is activated according to the placement of the moving diamond through myself. So by the time I arrive to central crown, to crown heart, I'm totally extended through all the 7 centers, and then when I'm returning from the center, when I'm lying down, and I'm coming back from the center, you arrive to the center of the head, and just before you're going to arrive to a symmetrical placement of the diamond, when it gets to the throat, it becomes the delicate moment. Remember when in the first section that the arm began to descend and ascend through the centers to bring me back into foundation. So I'm going to narrate the center as I'm touching them, so you can begin to see how the biomechanical relationship is defining the opening of the center. So my mind is not just only in the witnessing or what I think are the centers, but are becoming the actual placement of each center. So it's not like a projection of the mind, but it's actually a physical, natural event that occurs out of the biomechanical interaction. Yeah, beautiful. So we're going to go into the bridge and lower diagonal, which is the last time we did the bridge. So we go 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, moon diamond, 1, 2, 3, symmetry, crisscross, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, wonderful, moon, 2, 3, 4, sun, 2, 3, passing through the sun. So as I'm here spending time in the opening of my heart, the throat, the head, and the crown are mirroring the solar plexus, the pelvis, and the pelvic floor. Then the repetition begins with the right leg, left arm, and we go moon diamond. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now go around the heart to go into central heart. And now from here, pelvis and pelvic floor, solar plexus, chest. This is the throat right here. Now right here, this is my third eye, right there, in this specific moment. The top of the head and the atlas. And as you can see, the diamond is assisting all this. If the diamond were to be here, I wouldn't be able to be in the top of the head. You see, in the center of the head, I would be more in some place in the shoulders or in some place. But where the diamond is determines the placement of the center in this particular movement. So that's the center of the head. That's the third eye right here. The energy traveling from the head to the top of the head. That's the top of the head. And now it becomes the crown, all the way crown heart, passing through myself. This is an extreme placement because it's a full opening of myself right here. Now when you're descending from here, I have 12 counts, and as I'm descending, that will be the crown right here. And continue, that will be the third eye. That will become the center of the head right here. And now, after a few millimeters of going through the head right here, that becomes the delicate moment because I have to descend through the hands. That will become the throat. Right here is the throat. That's the chest. This is the solar plexus right here. That becomes the pelvis, arriving to the pelvis. That becomes the pelvic floor. And here I am, a neutral, actually foundation, right there. That's the connection of foundation. If I were to open from here, just to show you, yeah, that would be foundation. This will be the solar plexus right here. That in this moment, the solar plexus. That will be the chest right here inside of me. That will be the throat. Right there, the throat. You see, right here. If I were to central heart, that will be the head. That's the third eye. This is the crown. Right in this moment is the crown. Passing through me, this become crown heart. Descending now, I have to come back up a little bit before, right here. The center. That will become the center of the head, the throat, that's the chest, that's the solar plexus, right here, that's the solar plexus. And then right here becomes the abdominal muscles, that becomes the pelvis, that's the center of the pelvis, and that becomes the pelvic floor, right here, the circle of foundation, right here to go into it, from which the movement unravel again. 2, 3, and 4.